But right now, I'm going to introduce Sally Ann Knight and Joshua Atkinson from Novacor and ask you very much a warm welcome to you and ask you to take it away. And I'll pop behind my screen. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you so much, Julie. I think Josh has just come on. I'm just checking it. Perfect. I'm Sally from Novacor Healthcare, and this is my brother Josh. We are a family business that many, many years ago, we designed a special bed for people with Huntington's and a special chair for people with HD. We obviously have moved that chair into different disabilities as well. However, we'll focus on why we did it, and we would like you to be as interactive as possible. Please feel free to ask as many questions. That's what we're here for. So we don't have the bed and chair with us today, but we do have a video that should be playing on the other conference. The Novacor Huntington's bed, for anyone that doesn't know what it is a special bed that has been designed to be completely entrapment proof, anti-injury and anti-tip. It comes with 7 different actuators that allow you to raise your head, your feet, the whole bed at the time in a high-low mode, as well as move the panels, the side rails individually. And we have different versions of it. So I'll let Josh go into the different versions, so it's not all about me. And then we'll touch on a few more other things afterwards.
Hi guys, so we have a few different versions of it. So we have the side rails can be modified, and we have a late stage side rail and an early stage side rail, and each of those come with a separate mattress. So for someone that's in early stages of HD, we've actually got a mattress that's flat on top, and it makes it a little bit easier to transfer, and the mattress is flat as well. And then for someone that's a late stage participant, we have a rounded edge, which makes it a little bit harder to sort of grab and try and pull over the edge, trying to get out of the bed. The squared rail is a little bit lower as well, so a little bit easier to see over, a little bit easier to grab so they can sit up, and also having the head and the foot elevation as well. They can sit up to a full 90 degrees so they can watch TV or socialize with people in the room, family members or friends, also feed, all that kind of stuff. The side rails go up and down electronically just so that it's ease of use for carers. It's easy to use if a client is in early stages. They can actually use it themselves as well, to get themselves in and out. But it's mostly just to keep them safe inside the bed, stop any nasty injuries like nasty abrasions or broken bones, and you can pretty much hit the bed as hard as you want. So we probably on the other one there is a video, and we can actually I can play that as well and send it out to everyone. But it's just such an amazing bed, and the journey that we've gone through to actually get it to where it is, it's just unbelievable, and it's really close to us, working with occupational therapists, being able to design it. It's just unreal. I love it. So yeah.
So we actually have, we'll play the little bit of the video after we speak, but we do have a little snapshot of an occupational therapist down at Bethlehem in Melbourne who wanted to really give the bed a good test. So she actually jumped in the bed and mimicked some of the more violent movements that she's seen in her time. And so Josh is just going to play that one. I know it's a little bit of a bad video, so it's not a professional video, but you can actually see how hard you can actually hit this bed without injury, and how her movements, the bed absorbs the movements, and someone is not able to fall out. So I'll get Josh to share his screen if he can.
1 second. We're not very good with technology, so I'm
we build beds and chairs, not technology.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, it's all working.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone go like this long.
You would have to get to your knees to get over the gap.
Okay, because that's the biggest, yeah. Can someone
No, you wouldn't be able
No.
to. Sorry, what was I to hear you? You wouldn't be able to. Thank you.
There we
So
go.
it was, it's quite jovial. We're just doing it, obviously, you know, without any clients with us, just to really prove that you can't actually get out of the bed unless it's made easy for you, especially if somebody has cognitive impairment. So we don't want to, obviously a controlled movement can be done, but an uncontrolled movement can't be. Just here, Josh is actually showing you the chair. And I'll just touch on that one. Our chair again is anti-tip, anti-injury and anti-entrapment. Again, we have one of the girls from the Wesley inside of it. So somebody is able to use our tilt in space mechanism to actually get comfortable. One of my favorite things about the chair is you find a lot of people very skeptical about how comfortable it can be and how safe it can be. And you find most people that once they enter the chair, they're actually, their movements decrease. So they end up being, they lose their anxiety. So they can become more calm, and obviously that stops a lot of their movements. But even if they do have movements within the chair, it's all again absorbed within the chair. So no one's actually going to injure themselves. Our padded protective arms, someone can come down on that with as much force as they have inside of them and still not injure themselves to the point where they're going to shatter a bone or cause a cut or anything like that. It is able to be moved around a nursing home or a home. So it has 4 wheels on it and they're all scriptable. So we can add them to be larger or smaller as the client needs. So it allows for hoist clearance or steady clearance, or we can do a full standing transfer with it. And the client can also lay back with a second actuator to actually go to sleep if required. Josh, do you have anything else to add on the chair?
Not really, no. It's just, again, the same idea with the bed. It's just to keep the client safe and comfortable and try and reduce a little bit of anxiety and reduce the movements, you know, get them into a nice comfortable position and, you know, feel safe, I guess, is the main thing that we try and hone in on. And is that, you know, we'll normally, when we're talking to the client, it's normally, you know, you're not going to hurt yourself in this chair, you're not going to, or bed, you know, you can hit it as hard as you want, or whatever movement you have, and it's sort of, they feel a bit more calm. You know, OTs and carers have all said that once people get into the chair, their movements are a lot less, and they're a lot more calm and a lot more comfortable, which is just amazing to see when we go out there and take our equipment out to people's houses. It's just an unreal feeling to be able to help someone in such a big way have a bit more quality of life, which is what it's all about, I think.
Yeah, so we do this on a regular basis. So we take these chairs all around Australia and the beds all around Australia. So we do in-home trials with our clients so that we can ensure that the bed is suitable for them. We also offer one-on-one Zoom meetings, so much easier than these conferences. Everyone can speak just like you would if you're using FaceTime. We find that that's the only way we know how to use Zoom. That's why we're very confused today. And we can bring the chair and bed out and we can really give it a go. We want you guys to ask questions here. However, if you don't feel comfortable, we're more than happy to arrange one of them Zoom meetings, or we can give you our details so that you can contact us directly. We also know a lot about assistive technology and how to apply through NDIS. So again, this is not the first bed or chair we've sold. So please feel free to come to us and ask us about justification or how people have got them through NDIS in the past, and things like that. We're very lucky to be able to have thousands of different colours available as well. So we don't have just the boring beige. You can actually choose pinks and purples and make it bright. And what you see in the pictures is not we're not finished. So Joshua and I, we manage Novacore Healthcare. It is a family business and we're always looking to develop our products. So if there's something more that you'd like to add or you wanted to make it different in any way to suit a certain person, then we're more than happy to incorporate that into R&D department. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Sally. I just wanted to say I'm still here. So if anyone wants to put questions in the Q&A, you're most welcome. And my question simply was, if you had time, was, how you both got involved in this very specialist area, whether there was a family experience or whatever. So I'll just disappear. That was just my...
We're actually we don't have any family members that have Huntington's disease. However, we were approached by LifeTech, which is in Queensland, and Huntington's Queensland to meet with a client who had a chair in one of the nursing homes. And unfortunately, their chair was just so dangerous to that person that when my dad, who was the original owner of the business and one of the first people that designed it, when he entered the room, he found this poor lady that had slidden down on the chair that she was on, and she had her neck pushed forward, and she was just trapped there. It was horrific. So we just took that on board, and it's just what we do now. And Josh and I have grown up around Huntington's conferences all around the world, and we've taken these products everywhere. So we've met people with HD everywhere, and it just means a lot to us now, being so young when it started, and obviously growing up around people. We wouldn't want to ever stop doing this, just because it's so heartwarming to actually get someone who's struggling so much and then now is safe.
Definitely. And the great thing about it is that we have 2 factories up on the Sunshine Coast where everything is built, and being able to modify in whichever way we need to. So we're able to script it, and if a client doesn't like a certain color, or the family wants it to be a little bit lower, or whatever they need to do, we can work with that. And we've got a whole research and development team that can actually help with making different kinds of versions of it. We're not going to stop sort of reinventing what we've done. We've got such a good product, but we can always make it better. So we like to use the help of occupational therapists who we work with on a day-to-day basis, and just pretty much try and reinvent what we've got, making it better every day or every week, how often we get to see people. So what we might do now anyway is jump to the video that everyone else has already watched. Lewis, if you could please play that video, if possible.
Lewis, are you there? I'm just checking. Yes.
Is there sound on it?
No sound, Lewis. Anyone
Apologies, I've no idea why there's no sound. I'll do it again and have another
on
shot.
the bottom left of the screen, you tick that box?
Yeah, no, they're all ticked and ready to go. Still no sound. Oh dear. No sound?
Very faint. Is it worth still
Okay.
watching, Sally? Because
Okay,
Some people with HD
do.
do. But it's good to get someone's opinion who actually has Huntington's disease, and we can actually test it with them in there and have an.
We're starting again, guys. Apologies for that.
We had Shelley come in and she came in with Tressa from Huntington's Queensland. She is absolutely gorgeous. She's she's late onset, so she's 88 years old. She's come up from Brackenridge to see us, and she's given us her opinion on the equipment. Obviously, with Shirley, she's doesn't quite need this equipment to the extent of some people with HD do. But it's good to get someone's opinion who actually has Huntington's disease, and we can actually test it with them in there and have a nice raw, honest opinion.
Yeah, I'm a nurse. So I can't help being a nurse. And I've done lots of different kinds of nursing along the way, ran different things like operating theatre work and got in charge of them, and then the odd hospital. And then I also ran a home care service called Domicare some years ago in Brisbane, which was really nice. So I'm a boss. I'm exceptionally thankful that I've always had amazingly good health. Don't need pills to keep me going, and I'm thankful for that. I just have Huntington's gene emerged in my life a few years ago. So strangely, because I'm old. And nobody would have had any sign of any Huntington's at all in my family tree that I could know about at all. So I didn't really have an expectation that I might have that. 2 or 5 years ago, I think. My legs felt funny when I got out of bed, and I kept complaining to a friend of mine who said, for goodness sake, go to the doctor. Don't tell me your legs hurt. So my legs felt funny, and I couldn't describe how funny at all. And then I went to my doctor expecting that she'd give me vitamin B or something. And she sent me to a physician. And he was a very cluey guy. And he looked at me and saw my chorea. He asked me, I went and sat down in his rooms, and he said, oh, yeah, John, and what can I do for you? And I carried a bag down the corridor and my book and everything. I'm sat down. He said, do you always fidget? And I said, oh, I'm not fidgeting. And then he talked for ages about lots of stuff, and he asked me if I knew what chorea was, which I did. And I said, oh, you don't think I've got Huntington's, do you? And he was very relieved that he didn't have to explain it to me. But it was a bit of a shock. I had nursed someone on the district with whose husband had it. So he was a young guy, he was 46 and very incapacitated at that age. So it was a big challenge, I think, is how I responded.
So this is the Novacor Huntington's chair. It comes in small, medium and large, or we can custom make it to suit your client. What it has is a tilt and space mechanism. So it allows the user to get in a position where they can't actually slide out. From here, they can move the back section independently, whether they like to sleep, or they can sit further upright if they're eating. This is completely, again, anti-tip, anti-injury chair. So at no point can they hurt themselves. If they were to come down on the arms, they're completely protected, and all the footrests and seating is protected, as well as the customizable backrest. From there, it actually lifts up, so it makes transfers easy, whether they're stand transfers or hoist transfers. So the hoist can fit underneath, and we can customize that to suit what hoist clearance is required. From there, we can actually bring it up so that we can meet the person and the carer. Okay, tell me how you're feeling.
Oh, no, this is really, really comfortable. I think I've realised at home that I've been lying in this position nearly, back in my ordinary chair with my feet on a footstool.
And with that,
it's extremely comfortable.
It's maybe having your feet on a footstool is comfortable, but with someone with Huntington's,
oh yeah,
You can still have a fall. And
Oh yeah, I
about
know.
it,
Well,
which is the
yeah,
best
I
thing.
know. But I just didn't realise how much I'd been lying back recently.
Do you
when I
think
sit
you
down,
have a
I've been lying.
snooze?
Yeah, I do. Little granny naps.
These arms are nice and padded. So let's just say the movements that you're unaware of, you accidentally kicked it with your heel.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be able to hurt yourself. Do
No.
you feel that way?
and yes, and yeah, I think my shoulders and my head, neck are my biggest worry.
And
Her
also, you
things.
can't tip out of the chair from the
I
sides,
know,
which
you
is the
can
same-
never get away. It's a really safe place to put granny when you think about it.
So let's just talk about, like, obviously not just about yourself, but people
Yes.
with HD, they can
Yes.
start from a very young age. So you've got someone
Yeah.
with juvenile Huntington's disease. Obviously, they're not the granny that you keep
No,
referring
I know.
to. And their movements are much more severe, as you're probably aware of being.
Yes, I
a
understand.
nurse.
I understand.
Do you think they would feel better in this chair?
I can imagine that it's fantastic. I can't think that anybody would be worried about it. I mean, I think it would take away all your worries about what might happen. It's extremely comfortable.
I've actually been watching you, and since you've been laying here,
On mine still.
your fidgeting or your movements
Yes.
are actually a lot less.
Well, it's good because my arms are down here because I noticed that myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wanted to point it out because I know you're aware.
Yeah.
You sometimes say that you're not aware of
Well,
how much you are moving.
I only got really aware because my daughter took a video of me at home to show my new great-grandchildren that hadn't been to my house where I lived.
Since you've been in here, you've barely moved.
I know.
Which is really positive, which is the whole idea.
I
So
know.
obviously reduce that anxiety
Yeah.
level, and that makes you comfortable. And then obviously your career slows down, and it's not as
Actually, that is true. The anxiety. I'm not because I'm not an anxious person really, but the concept of what's it going to feel like in this chair must go through your head, and being moved back without you moved me back. I got moved back without doing anything about it, and I couldn't do anything about it, but it was okay. All those things were good. Good chair.
and now you feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable.
I just want to show you something. So if you were to say not feel comfortable about walking around as much as what you do now,
Yeah,
or we're talking about a different person
yeah,
whose movements are a little bit
very
more
bad.
severe that they can't, we actually have the ability to move this chair around quite easily. So if we were to walk, even with you in it, so we can actually walk around and back.
That's pretty good.
So this is just raising the chair in the air, and like we showed you before,
Okay.
you can't fall left or right,
Yes.
and if you feel unsteady, you can drop backwards back into the chair. So I'm at the
Yes.
front here, and when
Yes.
you're ready, you feel free to stand up.
Okay.
You
I
can
can
use the
stand
arms
up.
to push off.
Yeah.
So see how you became unsteady then, and you can literally just put your arm.
Yes, because I do have to always get myself in place before I walk.
Is that much
Anyway.
easier?
That was good, easy to get up. Because that is the one thing I have noticed I can't do lately.
Yep.
Is get up from the chair.
So as you can see here, we have the electronic side rails, both left and right. And we have both head, leg, and high-low options. With our pressure prevention mattress and waterproof cover that's anti-shear and four-way stretch. We have both early and late stage versions. The early stage version has a flat side rail for easy transfers, and the late stage has a rounded and a little bit higher. How do you feel?
This is very comfortable.
I've put you into a position that we call the happy valley.
Okay. That sounds a good
Obviously-
idea.
Yeah, sounds like a nice place to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, just on the outside, I haven't put the rail up just because we are filming, and if you need to get out, you can.
Thank you.
However, that rail does come up just like this one.
Well, that would be very good. That would be comfortable to be in.
Do you want to try
Like,
it?
like the chair is.
Shall I try it?
I don't mind at all.
So we'll go halfway. How does that feel?
It's a very comfortable bed.
Do you feel safe again?
Yeah, I did. I felt safe altogether. I felt safe even at the mattress, how the mattress is.
So the mattress is actually pressure relieving.
Yes, yes, good.
How do you feel?
I feel very relaxed and as if I'm looked after, cared for, made comfortable, safe.
So in here, you can't put your arms down the side,
Oh,
which
good.
is really good.
That is good. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to accidentally start trying to put your hand down the side to
No,
getting caught down in any parts.
we cannot.
So it's what we call entrapment proof.
Good.
And as I said, both sides are padded. You can choose to have 2 rounded or 2 flat, or as we have done here, the mixture.
Okay.
We've got both head and foot boards that are padded as well. So while you're what you call fidgeting, which is a career obviously, people who have much worse career
Oh,
than
yes,
yourself.
I could tell.
You,
I could tell that,
you,
you know.
you just banged your knee then, did that hurt?
Yes, no. I could tell. That's good.
Do you feel safe?
Good, yes.
Generally, when you get a HD client or someone with those sort of involuntary movements, and you put them in our HD products and you see that serenity, that calmness come over them, that they relax and they feel, with lack of a better word, normal again, I suppose, where the disease becomes secondary to who they are. That is a moment that gives you goosebumps. It's incredible.
It's a privilege to work here because we're making a difference in people's lives. So everyone that's in the production team and associated with the manufacturer, we take a lot of pride in what we present and how we do it. Myself, I've been to site before. Mum's normally said that it takes about 2 hours to settle to get it down, and the process of being there 15 minutes, boom, they're sound asleep. So you can't explain that to anyone, but when you see it and the emotion that goes through the parents that are dealing with it on a daily basis, it's pretty special.
Well, we'll open it up and anyone wants to ask questions, we're here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Josh, did you want to add anything?
I think one thing that David at the end of the video just said is, and it's happened a few times to me, where I've done a trial for a client, and we put them in the bed or the chair, and within 10 or 15 minutes they're actually sound asleep, and the family are normally pretty emotional about it because it doesn't happen very often. So when we get to see that, it's just so heartwarming that, you know, what we're doing is making a massive difference, and it's just, yeah, something we just absolutely love. Just trying to make a difference, and that's it.
So we just had a question come through from Elizabeth. Can we make the bed with sheets and blankets? So the bed is made to a slim size, which is not quite a single, or we can go up to a single. So you're able to use standard sheets. However, if you're worried about incontinence, everything is waterproof, including that blue mattress cover. It's 4-way stretch waterproof. So really comfortable to sleep in and doesn't have that plasticky feeling. On the external sides, everything is vinyl and you can wipe it down. But as I said, there is no need to get special sheets or blankets. You could just get your standard ones from your normal shops. I also, while we're waiting for some more questions, I just want to thank Lewis from Huntington's New South Wales and the rest of the associations. It's something that means a lot to us to be able to work in partnership with you all, whichever state we are in.
There he is.
So it just, yeah, it's nice to know that we're valued, and we do value you as an association. We think what you do is just amazing, and I think a lot of people without the associations would be very lost. Please reach out to your associations, whoever is still watching. If you ever have any questions or you're confused about the big world of NDIS, they are fully aware of what's happening, and they'll be able to guide you all the way through it. And if not, they'll find the answers for you. But the video will be able to be downloaded. You're also, as I said, you're welcome to send any questions directly to Josh or myself. My email is really easy. It's sally@novacor.com.au. Joshua's is joshua@novacor.com.au. So really basic. We're here to help, and even if you have any questions about NDIS, we're also here.
Can I just say, I'm leaving now, but I've been to so many conferences as a professional MC, and that was just the most, very moving and so pertinent in terms of being able to genuinely assist people. And I just want to say thank you. Was it to your father who initiated this marvelous business?
It was. Unfortunately, Dad can't be here today. He's stepped away. He has stage 4 prostate cancer, which so he's now behind the scenes and enjoying his retirement. So we're taking over the reins. We've been there beside him through the whole time, but he is the brains of this. And Josh was there to help design the bed and chair. So big kudos to Josh. I'm the why, Josh is the how, what we call ourselves now. And I'm on the road working with occupational therapists every day. So it's just what Josh and I do. So we love it.
Well, look, thank you. I'll hand over back to Lewis Kaplan now to close proceedings, but fantastic to everybody, and thank you to all. People have stayed a very long time to listen to you. It's a very pertinent product.
I know. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Joshua. And particularly thank you to you for being an exhibition supporter of the conference. That's been very nice to have that partnership with you. Thanks to everybody who's participated today. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your participation. And we've broken the record for the number of people in the national conference by quite a long way. Talk more about that on Thursday. Have a good afternoon. See you later. Bye-bye.